UConn will deliver the opening kickoff and will get this game going. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Ohio State's offense will go to work first. And, David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Now, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense. And he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Biletnikoff Award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And the Buckeyes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Flushed out of the pocket. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Swings it out to the back. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt. They want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Coleman. He's loose. There he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. So the UConn Huskies offense has the ball for the first time. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Right on the money.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. Working that deep right side, an excellent concentration on the catch.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. On the run, it's gone. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. He'll keep it himself. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? 5 yards away from another 3rd down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. 8th play of the drive, and to keep this one going, they'll need to convert a 3rd and 5. From the gun, the ground game. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming out. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Both teams scored on their first possession, but now a chance to send a message that field goals aren't going to win this game. Touchdowns will. They'll go to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Caught near the sticks, it's Singleton. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy
turns on the Jets. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions, and when he has opportunities to throw strikes, he's going to hit those throws.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's White. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Will set up a first and goal. The Buckeyes will kick it away first, and will start the second half. That kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. On the run, it's Goss. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe of the 49. The Huskies really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Motion from the back. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. To the air, it's Underwood. Oh, they're after him. Checks it down to the running back. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Grab near the marker is Coleman. At the 40, there he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making a play. You just gave up a big completion down the field. That's not going to happen again. That's not happening on my watch. Right away.
Going downfield for the big play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. Across the 25, he's got room. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
It's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the...
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, looking for room. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UConn going back to work on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. They've got the screen set up. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Pulls it in. It's Coleman. It's a seam wide open. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on first and goal. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Back's got it. Touchdown, Ohio State. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Finds his man. It's Miller. UConn quick to the line. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Now adjusting. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He's going to throw deep right side. Snags it. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the pummeling has started. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Sticks it in his belly. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of it today.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W into the locker room.
Even with this lead, they'll throw again. He'll go down in a bit of an unusual way to bring this game to a close. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business. offense will kick it off to get us underway. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. So Ohio State's offense will go on the attack first. We've got a battle that you two are going to love, and so is everybody else for that matter. High-octane offense, stonewall defense. As they say, something's got to give, Jesse.
Yeah, this is a classic example here of the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, right? Something has got to give, and you really got to dive into the X's and O's in a game like this because every single individual matchup on the field matters when these two teams play each other.
Yeah, and these are just fun, right? Like great versus great. Like who's going to win and what style's going to prevail. Both these teams have been able to impose their will week after week on their opponents. Now, high-powered matchup. Who's going to get the win?
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Singleton. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Dumps it to the safety valve. Open space at the 25. Turning it on. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Final play of the quarter coming. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Singleton. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Buys just enough space, takes the field, and they'll have their first possession. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is, how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches and try to keep them away from this guy, because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read himself. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible, because he has wrecked many a games.
To throw, it's Owens. Pocket breaking down. Fakes the grab on the left. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Hurricanes will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll take it on the return. Never had a chance. One coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. Finds his tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Long way to go for this offense. 1st and 10 from their own 12. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jordan. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain. They'll put it in play from the 27. 1st down. To the ground with the back. Runs for the tackle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Finds the tight end. There he goes. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
To the air, it's Underwood. The throw. What a play by this defense.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Looking downfield very late in the half. He's got it. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Field goal is good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. And the Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Tight game as we start the third quarter. We'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Now on first down from the 30. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
To the air, it's Owens. Here's a heat. Had to get rid of it quickly. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, that inside linebacker is a freak of nature for multiple reasons, and it's hard for a lot of these smaller running backs to have to pick him up in pass pro, not just because of his speed, but he's also big and strong.
And the Canes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Nestles it in at the 35. Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. From his end zone, looking to throw, got to take care of the ball. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
Quick handoff. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going. And so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And the Canes will line up to punt it away.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. The give from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Quick spin on the line. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. At the 45 on his way. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Buckeyes are flying down the field. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Buckeyes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
How good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can.
Got some room headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
The best running backs are the guys that can just snip out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the fourth. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Owens. Under fire. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. It's complete to the left. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Clock stops. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Hurricanes need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And they can't make the play on third down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You've got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He wants a big play here late. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
He might want another play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll toss it. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback and too much.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to.
Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten the rhythm. Defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost. Utah State lined up, ready to deliver the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes offense will get the first crack at it here. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple of years ago. And this defense is fun to watch. Fun to watch them on tape. Fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
Gonna run it. It's Singleton. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving. You give them a first down. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player. But this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
And the Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Back behind the chains. 1st and 15. From the gun. Give on the inside. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll try the run. He breaks a tackle and just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Got it in the middle, it's Singleton. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Buckeyes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Trying to run it in. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punch him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
Utah State, 0.
Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Utah State's offense will get the ball for the first time. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking pool.
I think the big question then is how's this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen the...
And the quarterback is knocked down back in the 13.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D-linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. They make the stop.
Finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
On third down, he drops to throw. And the quarterback called up to and sacked at the 12.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch at the 45. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They'll run it from the gun. Runs through a tackle. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for a man, it's Underwood. Finds his man down the middle. Still on his feet at the 25. It's a running room. 30 on the Jets. 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
There's usually 2 different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2 minutes.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Kemp. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. What's old is new in offensive football. The return, at least on that play, of the pass-catching fullback.
You used to see this all the time time back in the day. Fullbacks used to play all the time. Now you don't see him near as much, but versatile piece at fullback. Listen, he can catch the football, he can make plays. He's the big fella.
Going with the ground game left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think a lot of people are going to look at that drive, and first of all, the drive was awful. They're all going to look at the drive and say it was awful, but how about the giving up on third down? I mean, you got third and long, and you try to sneak a run in, and this drive, this possession, it was disastrous for the offense, and now you just hope you have enough space to get a punt.
Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Off play action on first down. Rushes on him. He's finally stopped with a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football palm right of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. It seems like on every snap, he is right in the quarterback's grill. Second sack of the day. And maybe Joey Bosa, Chase Young, and Vernon Golston better watch out. There could be a new single-season sack record at some point.
And when you mention those guys, when you watch the game, they always had their imprint on the game. They always dominated football games, and this guy's dominating the football game, single-handedly making that quarterback have to think, where is that guy? We better block him because he keeps hitting.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game of offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Running at the 40. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Thomas.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Fighting off the defender. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to go up top on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And the Aggies come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Delay of game of offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Now on the move. Oh, a lot of space. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. The flag and another delay of game penalty. They do know there's a play clock up, right?
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Using his legs, it's Jordan. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we're looking pretty good.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air, running into the open space. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Lost to fire on 2nd down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Looking downfield on 1st down. Under fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Utah State up-tempo. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Lost one deep down the right side. He caught it. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. He's looking to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Timeout on the field, and 4 ticks left to go. And here we go, final play of the game right here. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle, it's Green. Timeout is called with just a single second left. This offense hasn't been able to find the end zone with the GPS and a slide rule. Can they finally get a touchdown on 3rd and goal? Here's the pressure. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's all
Sun Devils will boot it away to start the game. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will go on the attack first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like...
Wide open spaces. Oh, he's got some space. At the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Looking to throw, it's Finn. Bringing the heat. He's going to take a shot right away. Pulls it in down the sideline. The Sun Devils surpassed all expectations last year. Kenny Dillingham in his second year winning the league with the team that was picked to finish last, guys.
And in the playoffs, more than represented themselves well. They had the bye, but they fought Texas tooth and nail. Could have won that football game, and Jesse, a superstar at the quarterback position.
They got a really good one coming back. No Cam Scattaboo this year, though, so they're going to have to find ways to be able to run the football effectively. That was a big part of their success a year ago.
The give on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this is every defensive coordinator's dream, right? Watching your defense go out on first down TFL, second down TFL. Now you set up third and long. Everybody knows they're going to throw it, and your pass rushers can pin their ears back. Outstanding job being physical by this defense.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Sun Devils will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Buys a little extra time. Caught near the sticks, it's Coleman. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Line getting set on second down. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Buying some time. He's going to take off. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter.
Ohio State 7, Arizona State 0.
This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's loose. Slithers into space. There he goes. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
I mean, goodness gracious, you could have driven a semi-truck through that hole. Nobody touched it. This was an easy run. This is the easiest 40-plus yard run you will ever see.
And the Buckeyes are marching down the field. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The Buckeyes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. It's a seam wide open. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, running back on the move. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he's got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make... Turning it on! Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. The Sun Devils will hustle to the line. Dropping back, it's Finn. He'll pull it down and run. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at 35. Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. Pressure coming. Still looking on the move. Across the 25. He's got room. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. And the Sun Devils need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. And this one is perfect. Now the lead is down to 11. The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here, start the second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Sun Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. Bring it out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. On his way from around the 50. Roll that offense back out there. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. There he goes. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force-feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. the sure hands. It's Coleman. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Makes it past the marker. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call it running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape chasing him around all day on this.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The give is to Williams. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Ohio State 21, Arizona State 3.
So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to throw, it's Finn. Might be looking to run. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Sun Devils want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Catch in the middle. It's Jordan. Hard-hitting tackle. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Under fire. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. The give to the tailback. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards, maybe. 2nd and 7. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Scanning the field, it's Finn. Here comes the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on second down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Across the 35. Quarterback got it himself. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
They think there's room to run to the right here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air. It's Underwood. Got his man. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throwing catch. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. And the Yellow Jackets will put total leather and will get started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. So Ohio State's offense will go to work first. And the Buckeyes backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Working that left side now.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Going to try to get it himself. Got room at the 35. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
To the air on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Anderson. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Jordan. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. A shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Georgia Tech's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is how's this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches and try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Hampton. Rushes on him. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Now on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jordan. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. It's a running room. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. They've got a first down here to open the period. Leaves it with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Sets up the screen. And the catch and run into the end zone.
This offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They're setting up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. A little floater there that falls incomplete. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and look for room. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Got it in the middle, it's Coleman. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. With the catch, it's Jordan. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And the Buckeyes get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Looking for a man. It's Underwood. With the catch, it's Anderson. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up. And
brings it down on the right side. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. And he was flat, missed it. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. The Yellow Jackets are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Turning on the Jets. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Dropping back, it's Underwood. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half of this defense.
They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And here's what I like about that, man. That feels like an instinctive play. Like this guy almost knew it was coming. You know, most of the time in a bootleg, they want to show you the run first, but he wasn't buying it. Went right to the quarterback, saw it, and made the big sack.
Look out, he's got room. Fights off it. Oh, a lot of space. Wide open spaces. The 20. He's at the touchdown Buckeye. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
This quarterback is so unique and he's so special because of his running ability, his wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
Lining up to add another. To 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper came on that scintillating 78-yarder for 6. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Gets the back moving. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Dropping back, it's Hampton. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Yellow Jackets moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
And now you start to feel desperate because down by multiple scores, the clock running out, 2.5+ minutes left on the clock. I got to do everything right now. I have no margin for error. My defense on this next possession, I have to get a 3 and out. I have to force a turnover. I have to do something to get me back in this ball game right now.
Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Wideout trying to get it in. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. Slams ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
27, Georgia Tech, 7.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement against opponents.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the...
Oh, he's got some space. He's loose. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Hampton. Here's the pressure. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's a microcosm of the kind of day it's been for this offense. Points have been hard to come by. Only 7 points, and finally here late in the game, you get an opportunity down close, and you throw an interception. We're going to have to go back, watch the film, and improve before taking the field next week.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll give it to the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start.
And now in the pitch, the ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the middle. Got his man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love